Hi guys. So I removed my Facebook app from my phone and then re-downloaded a Facebook Lite. So it's taking less memory up and I have a whole new screen when I go live. And it looks completely different. I do see one person in here. Type in the chat your name. Hi Sarah, how are you? Welcome. Thanks for being here. So today I wanted to talk about marketing message and what a lot of my clients have done in their own business that has lost them thousands of dollars because their marketing message does not align. And what I mean by that is that they write a Facebook ad copy. You are new. I know. I saw you here this morning or in the group, and I'm so glad to have you here with us. Nice to virtually meet you, Sarah. So I do these random lives throughout the week, and I give some advice and tips and just a little bit of insight on who I am as a coach. And then I do a long form training on Sunday at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. But today I wanted to cover how entrepreneurs messaging is not in alignment with what their services are, and then not knowing how to narrow down their demographic. So, for example, one of my clients had a Facebook ad that targeted multi-level marketing entrepreneurship opportunities. And the copy said that. The copy said, here's a business entrepreneurship opportunity. If you're interested, if you're a mom, if you're looking for ways to make money from home, join my Facebook group or join my community. So the Facebook ad leads you to a landing page. And the landing page had a completely different copy. And it had a copy that stated and resonated with corporate America moms and moms who are either a service industry professional or are working for an office or work in the medical background. And it just doesn't align, right? So you're attracting one kind of female entrepreneur who wants to have an opportunity to work from home. And then when they click the yes, I'm interested button, it doesn't align with that landing page. So you lose someone when your messaging does not align. So in my coaching program, I talk about how to align your messaging, how to ensure that the copy you write all makes sense and is fluid for your potential client. I do see people jumping on here. Go ahead and chat or write in the chat who you are and where you're calling from, where you're coming in from. So I'm in Las Vegas. It's hot here. It's actually really sunny and beautiful, but we are quarantined, so it's not as amazing as it usually is in the month of May. So I don't know where you guys are from. Go ahead and type in the chat. I have to put a disclosure in here because I invited my husband, my partner, to come sit in the room with me while I'm doing this live. And I am a little nervous for some reason having an audience here in the room with me. So I don't know if you guys, he's like, why would you say that? Yeah, no, my husband usually kind of doesn't include himself in these things, but today he's open to hearing what my tidbit is on. Sarah, you're in Chicago, sunny. Yeah, I know. We can't go anywhere. We're even debating on whether we should eat lunch out or if we should make food here. Can't really go out either until May 25th. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, just be safe and take care of yourself. So back to the messaging, right? The marketing messaging. Another example I see a lot of my clients do is that they don't know what to call themselves. So, for example, I had one client who called herself an optimal health coach. And we kind of got into what her background is and what she's looking to render in terms of a service. And she is rendering an opportunity to join her business, right? And then I would feel the same. I'm very shy. I never record in front of my hubby. Yeah, no, this is kind of interesting. I kind of felt the same way. But you know what? It's cool. He gets to now know my expertise. I challenge you to do the same, Sarah. It's actually pretty interesting. And I think it also creates a partnership. So who knows what kind of partnership we're going to enter into after this, after he gets to know my expertise in this. So my client called herself an optimal health coach. And when we talked further about her business, she had more than just being a coach in terms of, better living or better health lifestyle or better eating and nutrition, right? She had the opportunity to give to women. Sarah, you're accepting my challenge. Okay, I'm going to hold you to it. She has the opportunity to help women also get into business for themselves. And she didn't list that in her bio on her profile. And she doesn't really speak about it unless someone asks her about it. She had shared that with me, which is a huge gap in her marketing. So we decided to rename her as a nutritionist and business coach. And then her tagline is she helps what does she help? She helps healthcare professionals gain a second form of income while helping their patients live a healthy lifestyle. So she had to kind of fine tune exactly who her demographic was, and she had to fine tune exactly what she was offering. So when you are brainstorming with a coach or a business mentor, it really helps because it allows you to clarify what exactly you are here for, right? What are the problems you are solving? And what are those things that you can call yourself so that your client or your potential clients know exactly who you are and how they fit in your life. Because when you call yourself these random coach names, people don't really know. Like, for example, there's one that I had spoken with, and she called herself a manifestation coach. What is that? Right? What is a manifestation coach? Now, if you are a part of or are aware of the law of attraction, then you can understand, okay, well, you kind of help me manifest things in my life. Now, that is a very broad way to name yourself because then you can go in every direction. You can go in your professional life, you can go financial, you can go your personal, your relationships, you can go into academic, like your academic goals. So you want to fine tune exactly what you are helping clients with. And for me, my title is Online Business Strategist. I'm Maria Henderson, your online business strategist. I help female entrepreneurs land their first 3K paying client. Now, how clear is that to you? I know that when people hear that, they know exactly what they can get from me. They know exactly what I am, who I am, what my expertise is, and they know my name, right? So you want to be clear. You want to know what your title is, right? You want to have a tagline of a quick sentence of who you help and what do they achieve working with you. So just think about those things. I want to know what you guys come up with. If you guys do want results in record time, book a strategy call with me. I'll put my link below. And Sarah, please let me know how your challenge goes. I know that he just left and I feel so much more like easygoing now. But over there, literally when I was introing, he was just looking at me all like weird. And that really does put pressure. And I think the pressure is because when us female entrepreneurs go into these kind of these kind of opportunities for ourselves and we kind of stand in that power, our husbands and partners and spouses kind of don't believe it yet. Do you know what I mean? And we're almost like prophets in our line of work. We have to believe in ourselves more than what people believe in us. Even if, they say it's a waste of time, or you have been doing this and you're not getting any results, or what are these little things that you're doing, or why are you even going live, and all this random stuff. We're literally prophets. We see the vision, and people may or may not see it, and you have to keep your vision alive by yourself until you either build a tribe around it on your own, or until your partner sees that you are serious about it. So sending you my love. I know that you had written something. Let's read it. I kind of know what I am. I am a social media manager consultant, very Instagram focused, but I was told in this pandemic I should target everyone since I'm starting, but I don't know if it would be better to niche down to one or few niches, and if that will land me more clients, because right now I'm on a trial period working in exchange for testimonials, but I don't have paying clients. True, I feel that he is in the phase of waiting to see where I go. Yeah, girl, it's real. And a lot of my clients actually have the same kind of issues where it's like my spouse doesn't support me, and he's very negative, and it's really hard to stay positive and continue on. But you know what? You have to build a community like this, where you can go live, connect with people, and really feel like, okay, this is the reason why I'm doing it. This stuff right here. I remember getting off a call with a client, and she was like, yo, I wish I could give you a hug. I wish I could give you a real physical hug for helping me. And just those little comments. And, obviously when you get paid for what you do, really, really creates that momentum, right? And the reason why you do it. So keep going for it. I suggest that you niche down, right? And I want you to go with your gut. So what does your gut tell you? Does your gut tell you to go broad so that you can see? The problem with going broad, I've noticed, is that you don't know where to go with that because it's just so expansive. But when you niche down, you almost know who to target, right? You know exactly who your ideal client is, and you know what kind of copy to write in order for you to pull at that heartstring and pull at that perfect ideal client that you want to work with. Now, if you go broad, you don't know what kind of copy. Really, your copy is almost very generic, or general is my point. Your copy is general, and it really won't pull at your audience's heartstring. And if you know how to pull at someone's heartstring while having a broad niche, then please tell me how to do that, because I know that when I've narrowed down my audience and I narrowed down who exactly my target audience was, I was able to get results, and my results came fast. And when they'd say, hey, don't narrow down too much because you're going to lose out on potential clients, I would kind of caution on that kind of advice, only because they themselves may come from a place of scarcity instead of a place of your service is valuable and your service resonates more in a demographic, right? So I don't know. I think I would play with both for now. I think I would journal, or if you keep like a notebook of your ideal client, I would literally write about, maybe brainstorm on what do I brainstorm on with my ideal client. I just saw it. It's like a sheet of paper where you say, my ideal client is this. My ideal client is just like me, but 3 years ago, right? My ideal client is someone similar to me who's a mom, who is an ambitious female, driven goal getter, right? You have to think about the best client is usually you a few years ago, right? Now now you know everything that you know. Now you can render the exact service that the person 3 years ago would need, right? And let's say if you have a background, if you are I don't know, maybe you enjoy something in particular. I don't know, maybe you enjoy football. I say football because my husband enjoys football and I'm not really crazy about football. But, if you enjoy something that you can kind of resonate with another person. Like for example, today I had a client, she has a very thick accent. But you can understand her, but she feels like, ooh, I don't know if I want to work with fluent English speaking clients because I feel like I might be not considered as an expert. So she has a limiting belief around her accent. And I tell her that is your audience. Your audience is those who are similar to you. Your audience is those who has an accent like you, because then they relate, right? They relate to the person who is providing that information. Ooh, she's just like me. That girl is like me, but has more information that I can and learn from. So lean into what you think that is. Biology, actually. I feel super lost, so I rather niche down. I just wasn't sure if it was smart right now. Yeah, yeah, yeah. See, and I think the problem with going broad, it really just creates more chaos, because in your heart who your audience is. And in your mind, it's this niche down group. And that means you know exactly how to talk to them. You know exactly the kind of verbiage that will resonate for them. So I already feel like that sentence right there, exactly. I feel so lost, so I rather niche down. I just wasn't sure if it was smart right now. I feel like that answer, that response just gave you an answer. And that answer is yes, yes, go for the niche down. Start writing your marketing copy, talk to your audience as if it was you 3 years ago. And then that is literally the best advice right now for you. That's what I give the same advice to my clients. And then I also like to advise them to lean in on what they feel resistant on. Like the lady that I spoke with this morning, she has an accent. And I tell her, hey, lean into that accent. Because when you embrace that part of yourself that you feel like people may not want to hear, people may not want to tolerate, your demographic, your ideal demographic will tolerate it and they will love you for it. And so just, keep that in mind. One of the weird things about me is that I'm kind of kooky myself. I'm not really like that well-polished person, to be completely honest. If you have me as a homegirl, like, I'm kind of all over the place. And that's how I like to approach my lives. I like to kind of be personable. I like to use my hands a lot. Hands. But I think it resonates with the people. When you are authentic, when you are really who you are and you express your quirkiness. Right? So express the things that you feel like may not be something that growing up you felt like you had to hide. Express those things, because those things are those people 3 or 4 years ago was you, right? Now you're going to target the same person, but in a way that says, hey, this is who you are. Let it shine, because look at me. Right? So it's really just embracing that uniqueness and like letting that part shine. And people really don't buy, like, people will buy the system, right? But people don't buy the system. People buy the brand, and the brand is you. The brand is how you show up, how you talk, how you relay information, how you coach people, how you stand for whatever vision you have, right? I had recently posted a video of my training on Sunday, and I go into who I am, right? And I go into, well, I'm 34 years old. Prior to this, I had a huge dream to make a difference in women's community and being able to allow them to believe in their dream, right? Because people think they have these dreams, but then they're worried that people might judge them. And that was me 3 years ago. I was terrified of judgment. I was terrified of criticism. I was terrified of showing up without my eyebrows, with my hair pulled back because I have long hair. I like to show it off. But now it's like, listen, I want to go live. Hubby, you gonna go live with me? Let's do it, right? Before it was like, oh, I can't go live. I'm gonna stumble over my words. People aren't gonna understand me. And you guys are here because you resonate with the same thing. And it's just the same thing for you. Touch those little intricacies of who you are, how you've shown up for yourself, and have owned different parts of yourself as you've grown into the phases of adulthood. And I think a lot of people just resonate with that kind of authenticity. Like they say, what's your story? Share your story. There's a reason to that, because people resonate more to people's story. They don't resonate to the systems. They don't resonate, like, for example, Sarah, if you are a social media strategist, I like that, social media strategist. I think you said you're a social media manager consultant. So you're a social media manager consultant. People want that, but they also want to know that they're working with someone they can relate with and someone they can love up on, because they're being loved up on themselves. Do you know what I'm saying? Let me see. I use my hands a lot. I think my niche or something I can relate to are young adults that feel lost after graduating college, or like they don't feel they chose the right career after they stepped into working world. So now they want to be their own boss, but need social media guidance to turn followers into clients. And that is an amazing, there you go. When whoever said to go broad and not niche down, don't listen to them, because that already, I feel like, is seriously not as you a couple years ago. I'm thinking, I don't know for sure, but if you know and you can resonate with those people because you were once that person, you can really land those clients easily because you were them. And now they're going to see a higher version of themselves in you when you show up, when you show up as that expert. So think about that. Think about, just really targeting your audience, and then just going all in on that audience, you know what I mean? And be consistent with it. So I think the biggest thing is that people will do something for 1 week, and then if they don't get results, they give up on it. So I want you to almost challenge yourself and consistently market to that audience you just typed in the chat. Yeah, because this sounds more like something that resonates with your heart. And when you figure that out, all right, this is more me, you're going to go in it for the long haul. And then that means your results are going to show. So congratulations. I feel like we had a breakthrough. I love this. So let me know if I can help you in any way. If you want to book a strategy call with me, we can even fine tune some items on the phone. Chaos uses my hands and likes humor. Yeah. The funny thing is I did the training on Sunday, and the lady that I said, I messaged her on Instagram and I was like, thank you so much for being on the training. It was such a great time. And she goes, oh my God, loved the jokes. Right? And I immediately got into my head. I'm like, the jokes, like, okay, did you get value? Like, did you hear my business strategy, or were you just there for the jokes? And then I almost thought, like, should I change my joke approach and like relax on just being hilarious? But you know what? I don't want to be a boring, monotone presenter. I want to pull at people's attention and awareness, right? So whatever, I'll just take her comment as a compliment. And you know what? It's all like the feedback. It's all feedback. If I was able to capture their attention and they got something out of it, man, I feel like no coach have told me this is a right audience to go after. Love you so much already. All right. I have to screenshot that because screenshot. Because those are the little things that actually motivate me. You know, when people say stuff, listen, you have just completely changed my whole trajectory of my business. This is exactly what I needed to do. This is literally my calling. I felt it, but nobody validated it for me. And that's the thing with entrepreneurship. People actually think they need validation from outside. You already had it. You know, you just needed someone to say, yes, yes, girl, that's right. So congratulations, super excited, love it, love it, love it. Sending you all my love. I almost want to see what you come up with. So send me what you come up with. I want to see. I'll put my calendar link below if you want to talk more. Let's do it. And then I'm gonna try to find you on Instagram to see where you're at with everything else and how things are going. I am going to jump off and have lunch. But Sarah, sending you my love. Stay safe, okay? And then I'll send my link below if you want to further this conversation. All right, girl. Take care. And anybody else on here, take care as well. Thanks for being on here this afternoon.